Thank you for doing that, bro. Okay, we've got PRX on defense, we've got Fnatic on attack, and something that PRX were getting away with on Sunset was farming orbs the whole time. With how slow Fnatic plays maps, might be a thing that they, Cisco, might be something that they get away with a lot.
Hoping maybe just to find Alpha taking a timing. He's normally going to be the solo player on A if the rest of the team is working B. But Fnatic are just trying to figure out which part of the map PRX are playing for. Where are they fighting? And this is
we're going to have a little bit of a bait from Forsaken here as well.
Slow siege.
Who's the first up? Chronicle?
Hoping that someone springs this
Alpha?
trap, and they have.
Oh,
Alpha.
well, he gets the info. Do they fast react over towards B? Yes, they take a lot of
Immediately
space.
this PRX triple face evaporates.
Speaking of fast
Dissolves,
reaction,
leaving only
3-person,
Forsaken
2-person rotate?
And Jing. And even,
Dude, Divide
Jing
tanked the
actually
bullet.
leaving the A site entirely, ready for the reaction of
Yeah,
Fnatic.
Spike's really late on this one though,
Spike
and
just sitting
Divide
as
is just
well.
spotting
Trying
that.
to take that timing
Yeah,
forwards.
it's
Divide
on top of the little
shuts it down before it
snowman
gets a little
thing.
bit messy here. Side
30
control still a little bit
seconds
all over the place. And there's a timing here. Booster can't get the shots lined up. Can't get it in order. PRX are walking all over them right now.
Okay. 2-1 on the pistols.
A nice pistol round, the first one for PRX in the series. They didn't need either of them on Sunset.
They had a lovely little triple stack on A though. This is cool. First
This
pistol on the
idea
board,
works
yeah.
perfectly against the way the Fnatic are going to be taking these slow-paced fights. You set up to punish people as they're contacting in.
No more.
The Fnatic coach is not too happy with how that one's gone, but no,
Yeah.
things are still winnable even
Accept
without
that
a
one.
pistol.
A little bit of a low buy on
Fnatic
defense for
start out
PRX,
in a
right?
pretty
2
similar
people that
way.
can go down on this one.
Forsaken grabs the
Similar
ult,
thing with the
although
orb.
he
This
gets
might be the
a
most
smoke
amount
on
of
belt
defensive
that
orbs
stops him
we've
from
ever
being
seen
able
in a
to
best of
contest this angle early.
5. Because they were farming them so much on
B,
Sunset. It's 2 for
Batman
2 on this
trying
map
to
as
hold a
well.
pretty aggressive position and punish you if you try to take B main for free.
And go wondering.
Great shot. Chill, chill, chill. Oh my goodness. No, you do it. Go on.
Divide
Keep
is
going.
rolling heads off shoulders. Back up is right there by his
Sure.
side.
That is some great
Clean
shots, man.
sweep.
Can't be getting
Some
3
great
from that
shots.
position with only a sheriff.
Bro saw
That's
3
ridiculous.
more and refaced.
Halfway up almost to getting this
Look at
lockdown
this.
online. What a shot the first one. Barely see anything of Boaster's
Dude,
head.
what a beast, man. Fair play.
And another demonstration that PRX are going to take fights. Plenty of players in that spot would see many people in mid and just back up. Allow the turret to be broken and worry about Kitchen instead. No, PRX are going to contest that space and force you to earn it.
Okay,
Something
really
we're not
early
online
ops.
in round 3.
Really, really early op. Another orb for free. 3 for 3 on orbs on defense.
Something walking up with the orb
boy.
in round 3.
Oh boy.
Being held here. Off
Whoa, whoa,
angle.
whoa, Prius.
Could be shots rattled, and yeah,
Okay.
one to the dome. Something is the one.
It's a huge win for Boaster on
Locked in
this.
his place, Boaster. Calling for a pause on the rest of the troops. No more exploration.
It's a massively important kill, but Boaster's got to know that there's another player behind that.
Deploying drone.
Get rid of his VIP. I hate to break it to you, but it wasn't him pushing the button.
Clears out a lot of the site. Jingo
Trust me, I
slaying
don't want to
in
bail
wait.
Prius out of getting blamed, but it wasn't
Strike by
actually
denies.
his
Wall
fault
up onto the
for
one side
once.
of it, slow up, rattled. Walls up though, time to
No
fight.
way, where are the bullets
Just
going?
trying to tip tap, Guardian in hand. Can't settle the recall enough here. Wall's going to be dropping down. Open access to these fights to buy. He's still here, still kicking. Mistake by not connecting. Forsaken trying to assist the best he can, but as Util used to clear him out in speed.
Still, the damage is important.
Fnatic.
Forsaken's a lunatic. Confirmed.
Slowly, it's a glacial pace. Patman trying to stop this one in his tracks, though.
Imagine they win this with 5
left.
HP, which is now 30 and 30. Double 5.
Still, PRX.
The wall goes up, they isolate one.
Goddamn single digits. Him and Patman trying to take this one. Patman snaps to Kayak's dome. One left to start.
No way.
Patman
No way.
lights him up.
Oh, dude, he's giving it as well.
What a beast in the clutch
That's
this newcomer to
an
PRX is.
insane round for him
He's
to win.
won some
That is
mightily
insane.
important 1vx's. And here
God, the
dismisses the
impact of
rookie on
it,
the other
Chad,
side
the
of the stage
impact.
before taking down
Force
a
him
player
back
with a
down
ton
to
of
an eco.
experience too.
They got pretty good money. They planted as well. They've got like 3,200.
To win the bonus in a spot where it looked like Fnatic actually were in control. but the more that they went forward to try to get the plant down, the more they opened up
Oh
opportunities.
my.
Poster, he opens, but couldn't close. Alex is happy about that
Yeah.
one. The more flood
Just a little
defend-aggressive
Pac-Man.
style
And
really is
with that
working
something
here for
combined
PRX.
outlaw,
Fnatic
and there's 5
finding it
people he can
difficult.
one-shot. Pistol into a bonus.
Deep drone. It's broken early.
Whoa.
Crashies was just looking to clear that space. They know that something has been taking liberties.
What was this? Early shock?
I think it was a shock dart there as well. That
Yeah.
did a pretty large chunk of damage.
Dude, it was, it was disgusting.
Alpha's going to try to work his way up to you, but it's difficult. Device got his full
It's
setup.
Molly
now.
on this one.
Trying to
Does it
refind this
matter?
one, a crunching Fnatic.
Oh, spike out in the
Slow
open.
take.
Good amount of damage done.
Stop
Drone
with
sees
extracts
2.
once more. Forsaken. Pushing them back and away. PRX are not content with just scraps.
That's
They want to
an
go even
incredible
further.
shot.
Forwards again. Damage. Kayak.
I got the spike.
Might have just brought this one back from the brink. His weapons abound, but 8 HP to do it all. And Devi.
That's a nice idea with the molly as well from Devi. Trying to pop
Another
it
spot where Kayak
well,
probably isn't
just in case he
anticipating
is
Device
close and it's not
most people
what
are
you
going
were
to play a
expecting he's
2v1
going to swing.
a lot more cautious
This is a
than
good
that.
little bait as well.
But PRX are finding the right timings today to put pressure on Fnatic in unexpected ways. These are the risks
They
that
have enough money
gambles
for an
that
op again, I'm
PRX
pretty sure.
have
Dude, this
taken
shock
and
was
honestly
damage.
have in
And,
some
oh,
previous
dude,
tournaments
stop the
been
drone
punished
as
for.
well.
But
Devastating.
this time, today, it is really working. Fnatic's coach is already deciding to take a tactical timeout. We are seeing these really early on in the halves. I think Alex talked a little bit about it during the coach's interview, the fact that he was already out of them by the time it got to crunch time, you know, like 11-11 kind of stuff at the end of Sunset. The pressure hitting early on.
Living to stop that momentum that PRX have. Stop it in its tracks, but it's hard to do against a freight train going at Mach 10 speeds. That's what PRX are playing like. Lights out, determined to be the ones to lift that trophy.
The only team to really put a halt on it was Gen G way earlier on. And honestly, since then, the train has just been accelerating all the way through that upper bracket.
Dude, I can hear the hate in his voice.
It's really difficult to stop a team that has momentum like this when they're feeling confident and are going for peaks at unexpected times. You've got to be ready for anything against PRX.
It's a solid mixture of hatred,
And what's
regret.
frustrating in this tournament, I would imagine, is that it's at
Okay, is there a free orb for them
different
to pick
timings
up?
compared to
No,
usual.
okay. They finally stopped
Here's
them
an
from getting the orb.
adjustment. Snake bite.
It's an incredible shot.
And a shot and a half there to delete Jinx.
Snaps up. Jing is gone.
So they've denied Forsaken getting that Hunter's Fury online and found themselves in a 5v4. Couldn't ask for a better beginning for Fnatic.
Push, that's a cheeky one, Patman.
Yeah, Pac-Man would love a reply like
Don't
that.
want to overstay yourself though. Drones forward, something's going for another bite of the apple.
That's a good reply. That'll
And
do
evens
it.
a score.
I don't think that's too bad though for Fnatic. They do still have a res to be able to work around with.
They're
They're
not too bad.
droning. Most has taken a little bit of space in mid. This is a risk.
Yeah, and he's pre-aiming the wrong spot here. Just spotted
Whoa.
it. Something seen it. Out through the shoulder. Dart against it. With a spam expecting the boaster will
Big
cross
jewel
out,
over
and he's
towards
got
B
out.
right now.
He's got free
Yeah, that's
Alpha.
a big
Exploring
jewel,
on the
man.
other side. Devi's done.
It's probably the round.
Spike in the hands of Chronicle. It's going to be a quick plant now.
Yeah, that's huge. Fnatic were anticipating that PRX would be denying the res, and so B would be more open. Instead, Devi was holding it and got deleted. Still a player advantage for Fnatic in the post plan.
An ADS stub. Alpha yet. Top form. Really trying to drag that first round on the board here for Fnatic. Brute force and mechanics. Exactly what they ordered. Forsaken's still going to be making a go at this one though. Alongside Patman, time no ticking. Spike. It's getting out of hand. Push forwards, pressed. The advantage. Alpha.
Okay,
yeah!
it's a really
Smells
nice round from
blood in the
Alpha.
water.
And Fnatic can kind of stabilize here. They got
If
4
he
people
gets
alive
online,
and they got a
could
lot
be
of
a
ults.
very different game. I mean, he still played fantastically in the first map, don't get me wrong.
Enemy kill.
But we've seen matches that Fnatic have been playing, honestly, not just at this tournament, but at the end of stage 1, too.
Yeah, first
He
shot.
just took
Sorry,
over.
well, I guess second shot. The first kill from Alpha is great.
In my opinion, probably front runner for MVP at this point, Alpha, yeah, but competing alongside Jing, maybe even Forsaken for that kind of title.
Maybe even Forsaken.
They'll need him though. PRX still up
I'd say these are
4-1.
the 2 favorites at the moment. Yeah, this is definitely good from Fnatic. Big change up from what they had in the timeout, right? To make sure that they stop taking this orb for free.
Yeah, that constant
Definitely
conditioning
something that the coaches were on and was just like, we need to stop this pretty early.
Some level of utility to be used for Fnatic. This round, they decide not to use the snake bite, but have to use a slow orb instead.
Patman, here's a drone. Side steps out of it, looking to take a timing rather than breaking it.
Clears space.
Yeah, he wants to play this aggressive again.
Yeah, he wants to get info, but he doesn't want to give away his kill, so it's playing good.
Force Fnatic to earn every inch.
All up, all down. Boaster sees an advantage and a spot to try and play in, but the first shot.
Yeah, Boaster goes close, tried to bait something out, and tried to see if there was an alarm bot here as well. While they lose B control, reaction from Device, push over towards middle. He did this, at least I think something did this round before.
Alpha, my God,
dude, Alpha is just
snap into the domes of any
it's a big attempt from Jing. It pretty much looking like the first map to Sim Reverse. Bit of a snowball start, and then when it stabilizes, Fnatic looking. The team that's come through in the map looking better on the buy rounds. Four people surviving into 5 people surviving. So much money.
Got his lockdown online. So overall as well on both sides to try to deal with it. So the Killjoys are not
Alpha and Amaze absolutely farming them.
Value out of their ults. But this is not PRX's
Bear in mind that's 7 kills in 2 rounds and they're both buy rounds.
And the plays that they're going for getting shut down. This one, not necessarily set up, but a pretty reasonable timing for Divide to go for. Trying to take an unexpected peek, knowing that was probably a 1v1. But just
yeah,
gets
I thought people might want to see the new map, Sonya, so I just went for
Turkish aim god. It's incredible when you think about some of the changes that these teams have made. I mean, let's take it from Fnatic's perspective.
Nice early timeout, for sure. And it's after 2 rounds in a row where instant reaction, they push down towards middle. So I imagine if they lose some kind of map control, if they're not going to fight for it early, they might react somewhere else. Whether it's re-clearing the place that they lost or the other side in terms of B or A.
This core has been able to plug in other pieces. A rookie of Kayak, a player looking for redemption like Crashies, and still have a chance, another chance at glory.
A testament, I think, to the quality of the
I vanished for 30 minutes, and the second I've been unbanned, PRX has started losing. Mate, I think you know what to do. I think you got to tank another 30 minutes, mate.
Discuss what has been going wrong.
And I think
ban
really
him?
The
I'm going to ban him.
They've been going for. There's still
it's his
a
own
decent
choice.
chance of success in these spots. But it's about getting Fnatic in situations and timings that they're not quite anticipating.
Okay, full eco. Well, I say full eco. Got 4 sheriffs on this one. Bit of a change of place for Fnatic. And yeah, this is the G2 plant.
Around the corner already.
And the good thing about the G2 plant is it's for these positions, right? You get 3 priority positions that you can see the plant from. Dude, if Devi gets a good ult here, it's actually kind of on. Oh, it's kind of on. Jing, smoke over towards the spike, Killjoy ult in return. Why is no one sticking this right now?
Needs to be managed. Bullet to the side, Sheriff's there, and he needs to try and break this one. No, Bullet surely is just there. And one detainment on it, something sticking. Oh, just yanked out of the back pocket. Anything to secure this round for Fnatic now. And they need it.
I think they missed their window to actually stick on this.
Trying to play his life to the final moments. The right click to no avail.
Yeah, I think they had to create more pressure on the spike, but obviously they wanted to break the lockdown as well.
On an anti-eco, having to use some pretty large ultimates there. But a lockdown utilized on both sides. Definitely felt winnable when something came in over the top. I can understand why
Molly, yeah, I would imagine a Molly. Normally when like teams are very good against this combo, you're insta shock in that as well. So the only Molly that should be able to stop you is Boasters. But I don't know, man. There was so much going on that I wasn't able to check.
Empower the rest of his team to flood defend and something.
Okay, big buy round though. Big buy round, and PRX goes super aggro over towards B.
Amazing earlier on in the tournament. We got to see him pull it out on Ascent. And he was working magic.
Low money.
I have the spike.
You got 4 people from Paper. Jesus. Got 4 people from PRX that can't buy next, and Fnatic are good for pretty much the rest of this half.
Lead and end.
Unless they lose like 3 in a row.
They're throwing down a slow orb over towards A, making it feel perhaps like they're taking
Boaster
early
used
A
his
control,
kill.
and then
Boaster used his
leading them
molly for the
back
orb punish.
towards
Yeah,
B.
there may be a killjoy molly,
With
so maybe a
4
mistake
bodies.
of
3, sorry.
no shock on the spike.
Making sure that they're grouped up, able to trade out Patman if he goes for something wild.
What the hell is this Omen smoke?
On spotting Alpha. Just him even going for a bit of a fight towards Taken. I mean, he's lucky to be alive there.
That's so bold.
Pop it up onto the box.
Yeah, Patman's got a lot to do here. Is he even going to expect them this close up? Sage Wall goes in, but he saw this. He saw the Sage Wall. Damn, nice kill from him. Ult goes over towards side something. Oh, mate, what a round from PRX. The only way they lose is Alpha.
There's 28 seconds left, and they're getting cold feet.
Yeah, and Boaster's kind of read it well. Drone over towards B. Alpha's taking all the space.
And he's already calling for Boaster to make the rotate around.
Absolutely, and he bites his time perfectly. Just deleting adversaries. Now there's 14 seconds left. You've got to get a move on.
Okay, now they got a second layer of the luck from Crashies as well. Omen ult goes in. Can he stop the plant? Oh my god, he might be able to stop the plant. Jing? So close. Holy, Alpha managed to get another kill, and then Jing didn't get the kill as well. Just got a little bit of damage onto Boaster. And Boaster's done a great job.
Crashies drifting all the way in. And backs towards him, they are none the wiser.
Whoa!
As I say that!
Ow!
Device shuts me up. It's left down to Boaster, being squeezed onto the site. Devi and Jing tightening the net.
Damn, dude.
Find their mark.
What awareness there from Devi towards the end.
Maybe. And he was at the position where there was like, you got to think they last saw him drone over towards here, so he could have gone through middle as well. Like the chances that Crashies is gone through middle to be here, like to be behind him, is kind of high. So there's also that, but I would probably say crowd sound. God, it's so fast though. It couldn't have been any better timing wise.
And inside the pit, great coordination from Devi.
Chat. If it is the crowd, if it is the crowd, like it's just part of LAN. It's part of LAN FPSs. Trust me. Some of the stuff they do in CS where they wiggle, right? They'll wiggle through the wall to see if someone's there. Kind of use it as a wall hack. Trust me, it's not as bad. It's not as bad here as it is in CS. I promise you, it's 50 times worse in CS.
He suspects it. Someone gonna overstep.
An inch further forward, and Kayak for sure would see it. There gives away the hand.
Yeah. Just from the jump spot there, and an attempt at a punish. Shot trapped. No committal. Alpha is right there.
Big kill though from Alpha.
That's an insane adjustment from Alpha.
It's an insane adjustment for him to get that kill. Do they expect Kayak here so early? Obviously they lost the killjoy, so the turret's down. Do they even consider that they could have taken the space? What the hell was going on? How did Jing not even check left?
In that moment.
Tears open the map. Fnatic, they realize they've got it at this point. Again, leaning hard on Alpha and Kayak to get it all done.
I can't believe he didn't look left.
That's incredibly impressive, though. A reminder once more that this is Kayak's first global event. This is his first grand finals. It hasn't been that long since he won Ascension and started playing in the big leagues.
The money's not good. Something.
Yeah, you ain't saving this one, mate.
For this world at this point. Up put over towards
great round from Kayak.
Kayak.
Mad shot from Alpha as well.
That's some unbelievable composure for a rookie player, though. That's the kind of timing that you would only expect somebody with a huge amount of experience to be able to pull off.
Oh. But dude, he did come up from radar, by the way.
Has no clue about that. It is a little rough when you watch it back.
He was corner of the side. He came up on radar. He's just, yeah. He saw it. He saw it on radar.
Panic from Patman.
They both kind of realized.
Let things slip a little bit here. PRX down onto another eco.
No way, dude. That's nuts.
Opportunity to tie it up. Alpha even going for an attack off.
Win one for PRX, lose the next.
You know that in these
Money
kind
in
of
the
rounds,
bin.
PRX are going to be trying to challenge you. Trying to bait out that aggression from the defenders and punish is all about what Fnatic are going for here today.
Jing really being the only player that can do some damage in this spot. Bulldog.
Okay, I want to say Patman's so close that he hears this alarm bot. He knows they got early info over towards B. Dude, honestly, with this, you might be tempted to just tell your whole team to gamble A. Yeah, I think this is nice from Patman. He might have made a good call to keep the stack here. I think Devi can lean.
See how this one goes. Dart's being held as well for the signs of life. There's smokes on smokes. Propped up into the face, but all contact. Slow and steady is called for by Fnatic, and that's the time to strike. Well, the iron is hot, and they find their timing. Perched up, Kayak. Just dishing it all out.
Patman can pick up a gun.
Jing tucked in.
Yeah, nicely done from
Patman
Crashies.
deleted on the flank.
There's not much that Jing can really do from this spot. I mean, surely, yeah, just a Bulldog. Can't quite get it under control, and Kayak is the one online now.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of kills.
Take a look at this player. You said it, Josh. You would not expect this guy to be a rookie on this stage. But Icebox is his playground. It has been all tournament long.
Now you look at the two players that have been at the top of the scoreboard for Fnatic today.
Nice shots were hit here.
Map 1 and map 2.
Posters.
Alpha and Kayak.
Patman's maybe.
Finding their opportunities to be the playmakers as well. Opening up these rounds. From the entry and from the lurk. A reminder that Alpha brought an attack off into the previous round.
What are we doing? What's the plan with this one?
Looking to try to shut down something.
Forsaken has an Odin.
A pacey opening
And he's
as well.
spamming for them to go over towards
Taking
Heaven.
this exec
He got
space
a little bit
quickly.
of damage. And by a little bit, I mean a
Trying
little
to punish
bit. It's
Devi, for
7.
example, if he was going to be playing for the Orb, or Patman as well.
Jing has been prone for a little TP play or two. Alpha, slow as you go. Big boomstick in his hands. He's been.
That was Alpha's molly. Oh, okay, well then he got nothing. Drone goes in. Dude, this little sight hit's looking so strong, man.
Oh, he's so
They might have to start fighting a little bit more aggro. Oh, it's a nice little recon though. Yeah, he can spam the. Oi, oi, oi! He can spam the wall.
Grabs himself too, crashes right back at it, but no coverage.
Huge,
He's put it back in a side.
Oh, yeah.
No time for overheating,
Dude, I
son.
love
Keep that gun out. 17
New
bullets.
Jing is so
Alpha,
funny,
just
man. New Jing is so funny.
Absolutely.
Because every
right,
time
it's a guessing
he
game
has
here.
old W
PRX,
play in mind,
please
and then
keep
every
hold of
time
this
he has to
lead
go,
in hand, at
no,
least for
no,
most
no,
of this
no.
These are the timings.
No, 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 we don't make that. Hey, this is cool from Forsaken. Breaks the wall so they don't have the safety here. Damn, the Odin's cool, man. Odin's genius for this.
Job of picking up Devi and Forsaken, but
Really
he
nice from
then
Jing.
thinks he has a time
No
to
overheat as well.
utility, and he's not ready for Jing's fight. PRX take timings that are just slightly off, and they do catch teams napping.
Dude, 6? Hey, man,
Can
they're doing
Fnatic tie
good.
things up at 6-6, or a PRX going to have the lead off the back of winning that pistol early?
If there is a kill here, we give res though. Forsaken over towards A. Been doing this. Jesus, nice shot. Okay, well.
Now that is gorgeous.
Hunter's Fury pulled out. Jing, he's in their spawn. He's already taken out Alpha yet. PRX offloading everything at their disposal now.
Chaos.
Drop down. But a plant down without any problems. Fnatic going to be retreating. Crashes in a prime spot.
In theory, Chronicle could actually go for this res in mid.
Yeah, but then as soon as they get the res, they just go fast on this.
Barely forwards there, Devi. Will he look to the side? There's a res in mid.
Have to go for it.
Back, but the Paranoia is already sweeping forwards. PRX, they take
Yeah,
that
they might mess up because they know they're too really far away. Keep an eye on Crashies top of sight. Crashies has to kill everyone, to be honest.
And Fnatic have the right
Whoa.
all. Crashies up from the high ground, half on the defuse. Forsaken. Surely he's earned this now, but he's in that 1v2.
Oh man, it almost backfired. They almost used the wall against them. Wild half, man. This is such an Icebox round.
So much experience in these big moments. The last hope for North America in this tournament, and he comes through huge for Fnatic there with his positioning on site. PRX knew that the rest of the players from Fnatic were stuck in mid, and he had to do everything from that high ground angle.
6? Oh no, PRX will be happy with this, no doubt. I know it was a 4-0 start, but still, look at this and be like, hold up. This is so doable.
Red Bull
Jaws, yeah, there's like 3 different Jaws in the first 2 seconds.
Financial system updating.
giving of attack against the Sage. I mean, they just have to play over towards the sides a little heavier. But that's honestly what that's honestly mute for this. Oh boy, did I get wrecked for this one? That's honestly what PRX kind of want. PRX are so fine fighting over towards site. So out of all the teams, I think again PRX should be okay against the Sage, but it is a nightmare. It means you just have to play heavy over towards the site. Even just the pressure of the Sage, if you haven't spotted the wall, just again means that you're kind of dueling more than you want to. But this is a team that loves to duel. Nitriv, right? I guess that's how I say that with the Prime. Maybe it's Nitro, I'm not sure. We've got Ryan as well. Thanks so much for the Prime, bro. Appreciate the 5 months. And Champ Gaming FPS as well. Thank you for the tier 1, bro. Thank you for the 6 months. The best comp on the new map? I'm not sure, man. I would lean into... If I was playing it first time again, I would play it in Prac and probably change, but I would use Sova, Cypher. I would use something pretty standard. Sova, Cypher, Omen. I would maybe use a Viper. Would I use a Jet? Nah, I think I'd use a Yoru probably. It depends. It depends on the team. I would use
We're back into it as well. The Coinbase Econ report.
a Fade for the Sova. The problem is I'm looking at A site, and my Sova can play A site with a node in every round, like a Cent, with some Cypher util. So.
Matched on the other side by Divide, but I think some of the impact that Alpha was having on the attack side, fairly unmatched.
Yeah, I'll play something similar to Ascent, but change the KO out for something else. This is probably where I would start and then see how it feels in practice.
Fnatic love playing the retake. They are going to be playing for Chronicles Wall retake on the pistol. That's their normal strategy at least. And that is the entire opposite way that Gen G, for example, play. A team that smacked PRX around.
Mr. Caliban with the Prime, thank you with the 12 months.
PRX were constantly fighting, always denying.
Honestly, maybe I'll try Vice as well. Vice Cypher. I think I might be completely wrecked on attack.
We're going to get a really different game here. In theory, PRX should actually have a ton of room to be able to get.
Okay, in terms of pistols on this map, it's 1-0, 2-1 altogether.
This has been their style.
Device, Sheriff.
Attack side so far, very contacting.
Smoke to block mid with smoke to block the window as well. Creates a lot of pressure that they might have pushed through here. Do they get through the smoke before? I got absolutely wrecked. Fnatic had the double stack just turn around the corner in time. I like the idea though.
Just around ideas. All gone a bit skew whiff, really. Fnatic are in complete control.
Jing's smoke gave the game away there. A brilliant read from Fnatic. They knew exactly what was happening. Felt a little too similar perhaps to what's been happening on Sunset as well. All of those contacty plays around the map. Relying on the fact that Fnatic like playing deeper.
I see, Bacon, you say that, but you're taking the beginning of the game out.
This time, Fnatic choose to draw
I was 7 for 7 at the beginning of the game, Bacan. Then we stole Icebox comp off someone. 8 out of 8.
Just chill this noobs,
It's a good point.
It's interesting that
Thank
Alpha
you
says
for
that,
getting
'cause that
Bacon.
is his
Trying to
way of
raise all my
playing,
time here.
But it's not the way that Fnatic themselves usually fight. Be interesting to see if his words of wisdom carry through. Boaster though backing off instead of
Wrap
stepping
it up. Maybe. This one's still doable. 3-1 on the pistols.
The classic Fnatic style.
Following those sound cues, looking to potentially take some early fights. Kayak. Shot to the body.
Modi with the Prime. Thank you. I'm just proving that your thing's false, Bacan. That's all I'm doing.
It's going down. Slowly being collapsed upon here. PRX don't really stand a chance. Just from the hip. Something classic.
Hey, they did okay damage.
That's about it.
They did okay damage, but they managed to keep their 3 main guns.
A pretty clean round. Boaster and Alpha, they didn't even invest, so they got plenty of opportunity here to have a good buy heading into their bonus round. But Fnatic are going to be doing a lot of this, where they're trying to react to what PRX are doing around the map. Trying to stack bodies and get in position to go for that retake. Kayak, though, is contesting as the plant goes down there. You know, Fnatic might have a bit of an adjustment. We've got to hear it from Alpha. But it will be very interesting if Fnatic decides to take the fight to PRX.
Kayak gets the op early. Boaster, Marshall.
The Boaster bank.
Yeah, he drops him it.
It's a good job we're not doing the econ report now, I suppose, at the end of this one. But yeah, Boaster, always the selfless leader.
Kayak trying to post himself up.
Do they expect the nope? Okay, it's a nope.
Eager to
The
try and
answer
take
to the
down
question is
Kayak,
a big
makes
no.
him regret it. Shoulders just poking out here. This is Fnatic. Pick advantage. Precisely the place they love to be in.
Jing's down to go really aggressive with this Omen. I've seen him teleport onto screens before. Ult into crazy spots.
Drone for drone.
In a
I mean,
playmaking
you know,
situation like this, down
right side of site's
45,
clear. They can
you're
go through the
wanting
wall. They
Jing
can get the
to
plant.
step up.
Hunter's Fury pulled out of it. That's early. Crashes. Been earning his kills and his orbs up through mid.
Oh,
Another
no
look
way.
happening. Jing is gone.
That was
Patman
nuts.
had to delete that turret and Alfier's right there behind him.
That was sick, man.
Avenging poor Timmy. Divide and Forsaken, you might have got this plan down. But how the hell are you going to dig yourself out of this one? Mistakes need to be made, and Fnatic not in the habit of making them often here. The dart against the back, all is revealed, and Forsaken.
Yeah, look convincing
Can't do
on
it
this
all.
one, dude. What an ult that was.
Fnatic overall in this tournament are playing about 2/3 of their rounds for retakes, but you see here, they're not all even 5v5 retakes. Finding picks as the attackers work their way in,
Destroyed.
both
Oof,
from the
that shot is-
operator and from the ultimates, applying that pressure and creating an easier retake for themselves. An almost impossible situation for those final two that were left alive. And I think they've got to be better at dealing with getting onto the line to fight Kayaks up. That was
Okay, Stingers go out,
and
and Fnatic have another chance to get this money even better.
That didn't even land towards back yellow, and something swings at the same time.
Aggro here with a slow orb just to try and deny that belt space.
Both teams fighting for belt
Yeah,
space.
dude, there's so much orb control at the
auto.
beginning of rounds as well.
Patman,
Ooh, Alpha, this might be too
hold on.
much.
Walkabout, Sheriff
All
in hand,
that.
he just can't quite control it. Alpha here, lucky to be alive from that spot, but still claims the kill.
Definitely would have been a punish on a rifle round.
Now regrouping up, Fnatic have got bodies ready to receive. They can fully aware of this one and how it's going to be landing, but that's a sideways swing. Sets up Divide perfectly.
Placing swarm grenade.
Stinger in hand. Plan can now go down here. They brought us to a 4v4. Close quarters weaponry. PRX are going to be looking to try and take this fight
Yeah, like we
towards
said,
Fnatic.
pressure of the stage means you got to fight over towards site, but they kind of want to. They got the Stingers.
Oh, playing offside
Turret gives
for
them
it,
info
Fnatic.
behind. No one wants to even worry about it, but they will be scared of a little bit of the angles.
Towards screens. The rifles looking to try and dissuade any chance of PRX getting away with that funny business. Grouped up together with the discipline. Chronicle.
Yeah, nicely handled from
lights out
Kron.
from him.
Nicely handled. Yeah, just
So
it's hard on
dependable,
the site to
so
be able to like
reliable.
trade out.
Very good reasons why he's the winningest player of all time. in
Shark
Valorant.
with the prime. Thank you with the 5 months. Thank you.
A win here would be utterly incredible for
That
Chronicle's
Jewel
career,
went the other way over towards middle.
but everything has been the whole time.
I think that's a different round.
Crashies did not like the way that he took that fight. Shot bullets at 3 separate people that ran past him. Had to bail out of that one early, but got bailed out by the rest of the team. This is now 4 rounds in a row for Fnatic to start the half. Was dead even as we went into the pistol, and now PRX are going to take a timeout. They've been taking a lot of these timeouts early on.
Yeah, second one now.
Final opportunity for Alex to have a bit of input. I mean,
Can Sideshow stop
aside
yapping,
from
mate? It's his job.
later on, if Fnatic decide to use one of their
Try
own.
and sit in silence, get paid for it.
But it's got to be so stressful in his position too. They're still just settling into the BO5. It's a long way ahead. You can honestly afford to drop a map like this because you have Pearl coming up. You've got 2 maps that you're fantastic on later, Lotus and Split. But you don't want to squander any moments where you think you might be able to get it over the line. That's how opportunities slip. And Alex has seen it all.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, the rosters, they shift around. Individual players can come and go. But Alex has been there to witness every heartbreak and tried to fix them back onto the right
23
path.
out of the last 30 defensive rounds. Won by
tough
Fnatic
going
on
for
Icebox
PRX here.
have been
No more
diffusers
intervention happening from
across
Alex's
4
behalf.
series. Yeah, I mean, it makes
Gonna
sense
try
with
and
the
run this
stage.
one back
Thank you for that, Desp.
to do it alone.
I'm the True Blue. Thank you so much for the tier 1 as well. Thank you
quite
for
a
that.
lot. They put pressure on mid right at the start of the round, and they've had Patman try to lurk. They haven't been very successful with it. At some point, I wonder whether it puts them off entirely.
Couple of stray shots there. Sheriff in hand. Already trying to dash straight up. An attempt of a punish.
Big
PRX
change
are
of
making
pace
this
on this one.
fast
Whoa.
and loose, playing it forwards, risks to be had. This is that PRX of old.
Oh, we did see him top of site, but I'm not sure if it...
Alpha still active
Yeah,
here,
okay.
trying to drop back as well. He needs some safety and he
Big
needs
Joe.
some backup. But
That's
something is the one
so
delivering death.
winnable with Jing
All out
here.
to the opposition. There's kills happening all
Yeah,
over the
something.
bloody
Are you
place.
ready for this
Something's
one?
got to hold off a double flank.
Does he get into the
Jing
good
might be the
angle? Oh, he
playmaker
does.
over in Snowman.
Still player advantage, not for much longer. There it is. Something has evened it out 3v3, but for the repeak, all expected. Kayak 2v3 now.
Jing was just
Jing
was begging
Yeah, that's
for people
three.
to come towards
You know
him,
three's
and really
here.
nobody has. Jing's positioning was
Boss
cute,
is the
but
only one you don't
no
know
one's
about.
coming his way.
Yeah, and Crashy's brought back into the fold now. This is feeling inevitable. Updraft dash, cute play indeed, isolating the fight. Forsaken trying to make a go of it now, trying to really do the damage. But a bullet to the back, it's all up to Jing, and it's brought it to that 1v1.
Big swing with the smoke. Nicely done, man. Big rounds. Jing was patient. Jing was patient, but honestly, Forsaken did so much on site.
Really beautiful positioning and phenomenal impact from two incredible players.
Whoa, what was this at
going
mid?
on there?
Okay.
Absolutely
Holding
bizarre.
hands.
But this play from
Last
Forsaken,
player standing.
again, enormous impact, just what Mel was talking about on the desk. He might not be exactly at the top of the scoreboard, but every kill he gets is huge impact.
Okay, Op
And
is
he
still
set
out.
up a 1v1 for Jing to
And
slap
I mean,
up.
it's been doing good for Fnatic, no doubt. 1, 2,
Stem the
3
bleeding for
can't buy
now.
next. Honestly, it's kind of 4 that
Kayak
can't buy
on
next.
another pretty aggressive position. The drone designed to try to push him off. And he
If anyone
dips,
gets hit by
not
this,
giving
it's
away the
over
fact
all.
that he's got the op.
Wall gets committed.
That's a wide face, something. Lucky, just evades the
Wall
bullets.
committed over towards A.
Does Kayak take Alfia's advice and refight? Or is he looking to play risk-averse and set up the retake with the rest of his team?
No dash available, it would be risky, just trying to take that timing inside that smoke, but the updraft, quick scope, bullets raining down onto him. Something though has
Huge
been
kill from
dropped.
Chronicle. Really is.
Chopped down at the knees.
Forsaken on site with Wall. Again, pressure of the wall means they have to fight over towards the site.
On site.
Still with a recon.
Kayak.
Yeah, Kayak's been a nightmare with the op though.
At preempting these spots that PRX want to fight.
He's perfectly posted every
So
single
hard to
time
fight
he
on
darts.
site when you're not allowed to
180.
peek
Pac-Man's
anything.
got to do a lot from this spot. Jing, again, heroics are called for. Cuts forward. The positioning, they're looking to try and stunt it, trying to stop it. Knives in hand. PRX drawing blood. But again, that repeak playing into Fnatic's hands to buy. Chronicle already on the defuse. He's got to start swinging and he's got to do it now.
Yeah, just a nice wall defuse.
So
I do. It
safety.
just looks too hard to play against.
It
really does. They're so good in the retakes.
These rounds are going to be tilting Alex in the coaching booth, I think. It's just not good enough for PRX. Look, and in the replay, how often they're fighting one by one. Forsaken on his own. That was a bit of a double fight together, but here Pac-Man swings with Divide having no real support. PRX need to be coming up with ideas of how they want to fight together, or what timings they want to take together in the
Stinger, send it on A again.
Just waiting.
Looks like we're committing the
They're not
Viper
even
wall
really
again.
scaling on the retake. They're just holding, knowing that PRX are going to run into the more.
Yeah,
Large reveal.
full retake from Fnatic though, but
PRX are all grouped
what
up.
changes?
Well, they've got a massive ultimate advantage in this round, Brent. So if there was a round to try to do something quick and hit them hard, hit them fast, it would be this one.
Fnatic are just giving them all that space again, like you said.
Post-plant lockdown would be crazy good from Divide too.
Yeah, with the money they invested on this one, it's pretty much an all-in, so...
For a target, looking for a sight line.
Poor guy.
Util just comes out
Viper
swinging,
Molly as well, or...?
rebounding.
No.
Finally, Forsaken can
Okay,
commit.
Forsaken's like the only one that can play off the
PRX
site.
level
Device
to
still
their
has a
own.
Molly as well. How
Yeah,
many
my eyes
ults do they
immediately
use into
go
this?
to
Considering that they're all
Divide.
in, they should probably
Wondering
just
when he's
start
gonna
going
try
for
to
him.
use this.
There it is.
Killjoy ult's good, and then Forsaken has to win a big
Down,
1v1 on
trying
the
to
flank.
make a go.
They will get the turret
Lockdown's
early
there.
info that he's on flank behind.
Trying to make a play for this. Kayak. There's no skill
Oh!
in this guy. Disgusting work, but a
That is
lockdown
a...
cannot be broken in time.
Oh, that
Albiero
shot is unbelievable,
found himself
man.
a pocket, found himself a window.
There you go.
Forsaken, he's going to do it all. Offload him with the ult. It's time ticking, really, that point. Found the kill. Running him down, though. Forsaken
Should be
will
fine,
be
right?
finished. And Kayak on the fuse.
That's close.
That's so damn close. Oh!
Imagine the last one hit.
Less
Imagine
than a
it.
second on the clock of Fnatic. perfectly
it's
execute a
close.
really difficult retake.
Dude, that
How on
second shot
earth
from
do they get
Kayak
that
is
into a 5v3
incredible.
whilst battling through Devi's lockdown? Not sure what's going through something's head here on this peak. I don't think that's a good one, but this shot is bonkers. A ludicrous one for Kayak to be bringing out. Absolutely jet diffing something. And like I said, it's got to be tilting because I don't think PRX are actually playing these rounds particularly well in the post. Earlier on Sunset, I think you could argue both teams were really bringing a good game, but now PRX letting Icebox slip, and this could be Fnatic equalizing.
Kayak been unbelievable so far with his form. Icebox really is his playground, but he's forced to concede that space. Jing forward, sees it onto the shoulder, poster, gone, Alpha responds, straight it out,
what
but
happened
there's
to mid
pressure
here?
in mid, and Devi still looking through, but finally spotted out. Players need to deal with him, but it's all chaos thrown into the mix. Forsaken!
Jeez, I mean, this was...
There with a 3-2-1 swing.
This is just
Chronicle
4 different
gone,
duels
and
happening at the
PRX
same
still
time.
alive in this map for now.
When all else fails, rely on the W gaming.
And you could tell there was so many duels going on because the comms were really weird.
Controlled to some degree, sure. There was a double lurk set up, and Jing went for that same play, trying to get deep into Snowman on an unexpected timing. And this time finds a target to be able to work with. But it was chaos. I mean, this play,
Yeah,
Devi
like there
just
should have been
running up
comms for
into
Tube
Alpha,
there,
yeah.
but
He's just
again,
hoping he
there's
finds that
literally,
timing.
while he's
Doesn't get
walking up
punished.
Tube and they know that he's there, there's like 3
One round
separate
at a
duels
time.
going off, so the
Fnatic
comms
choosing
must
to
have
go
been
for a
so
half bite
hectic.
here to make sure that their economy
Okay,
doesn't
4
get completely
chances,
broken.
and they still got great ults.
Kayak swinging and looking to just draw blood out of them. PRX. They are still there though, Devi. Can sense it. Posturing occurring.
Chronicle though,
Push.
the classic.
By Chronicle. It's already anticipated.
Good awareness from Devi.
Yeah, it was very good awareness from him.
Expecting it all now.
Crashes with a rifle. Boaster might be able to recover one if he completely repositioned, but at the moment, really isolated over in this Snowman spot. Should be PRX being able to pick this one up. 4v2.
Hello.
Tip tap.
Ghost bullet. Not the weapon of choice for Boaster, obviously. Not cleaned up though either, and that could spell problems.
Ooh,
Jing
that is
pressing
almost
forwards,
a gun
crashes
gifted
now,
over.
That rifle needs to make it sing.
Hold
He's
up.
already found himself 2. Dart towards the back. Needs to be dealt with, but double up PRX.
Gave that a good go then,
One's on
nice
top.
try.
Still though, even in that 4v2, PRX players taking risks.
Sentry.
Gonna be giving Alex a heart attack. But now Alex with another opportunity to talk to the team. And honestly, this might be a blessing for PRX. Because despite winning 2 in a row, to the head coach
Okay,
position.
Op, and the Op's been winning them a lot of rounds. Good amount of ults. Forsaken, 2 away from his Sova ult. And
PRX, as you mentioned,
I mean, they're not
critical
really
timeout
prioritizing
taken by Fnatic.
places of the map that you can get a res off.
For them, PRX.
So-
Alex will happily take that space, but 3
At
rounds
least not at the
still
beginning.
stand between them, drawing it to OT.
Wait, what is this over
Jing
towards
going for
middle?
another really
My
deep
goodness, with the
Crashy's
recon,
good. Ajao with a
kind of
movement
nice.
still. It's going to be rapid. And Jing's all the way
Is he
round
all out or
towards the
something?
side. One more TP. Try and get out of dodge there, but committing that paranoia. Kayak filling in the pieces. Alpha tip Tapman with the movement.
Patman got
That's huge
both.
from Patman. Being able to pick
Patman
off
did
the
so
1v1
much.
fight against Alpha and trade
I
Chronicle.
mean, he probably goes down
Over
to
the
Boaster,
place.
but he did incredible. And the longer
Patman
he stays
can't
alive,
reconnect
the
with
more
the rest of
places
the
he
team
can
to
be. And
really
he's
put
about
down
to
his
walk
fight
out with the
spell.
smoke going off. Ooh,
Tries
it's a
to
big
adjust,
miss as well.
missing on either side.
Oh, wait. Divine now, 2 away from his ult.
Down though into that 3v2 Boaster. Might have just caught eyes on
Patman? Dude, Patman's just being a
Sometimes closer
nightmare.
Boaster is wise to it.
He's just trying to delay for as long as possible.
good
Actually,
pulse from
maybe he
him.
didn't even-
Damn, Patman, what a round.
God damn.
I thought for a moment there, maybe he hadn't realized that Boaster had spotted him, but repositioned into a spot that he was going to be favored on. And this round, I think, again, another reason why
Dude, look at the
I
money.
was a little bit worried about Fnatic
Look
taking
at the
that
money.
tap pause.
Oh, boy.
Because Jing immediately comes
2-9
out of
loss
it
bonus.
with a really unexpected way of pressuring these players over towards the mid-split.
They get
That
this
recon
out of
dart that
them,
got thrown
it's
over the top
huge.
from Forsaken. Oh, and the timing
And
here as well.
Devi,
And this operator, it's critical to Fnatic's game plan.
And
Okay,
this-
2 chances
this sets us up
left for
with a
Fnatic.
strong
Low
potential
buy
for
on this
overtime.
round, but they have 5
The Fnatic
ults.
economy is in a really bad spot now. And so, one more rifle round before OT. This play, though, I think huge.
Jing did
benefit to
insane
Patman.
to get one.
Jing's in a pretty horrible spot there. And Patman has to win the battle against Alpha Year through Dupe before he can go and help him.
Ah, it's just too
Take a
many
look at the buy,
ults.
though.
It's probably just too many
Nice.
ults.
Okay,
If
huge for
PRX
Kayak.
can survive
Three
this one,
stingers
though,
to
they
four.
might get 4 of their own ults.
Rifle and a lot of bolts on top of it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Kayak
Whoa.
can't even escape.
Ow.
I mean, that's insane from Jing just running through.
How did that even
But he has
happen?
full trust
Big
in the
duel over
paranoia.
towards mid. Was Patman going to go through the smoke? Oh, dude, surely Alpha's got him.
Its head. The leash has been cut and snapped.
Wait, Patman won that
There's no
too?
containing them. Like a pack of rabid velociraptors.
Okay, Forsaken with the plant.
Hungry.
Gets ult as well. 5 chances, down to 1 last
You get to
chance.
see the full
And we
gamut
have
of PRX here. We
7 or
started
8
out on
ults,
Sunset
8
with them
ults, I
playing
think.
that slower, more strategic style. And now you get the full W game in. The last 4 rounds have been really heavily powered by Jing just doing crazy stuff on Omen.
Wait,
And this
Alpha,
last
what is
round
that?
of regulation at least.
The EMEA
Fnatic
stinger.
have got to try to make an
The
adjustment to stop that
EMEA
in its
stinger
tracks.
They
in
are
full
all
effect.
in. Why wouldn't you be operator here? Smoke in your face to try and obfuscate. This is the Hunter's Fury that's coming out swinging.
They
kind of
They
baited
thought it was
this.
another one of those fast
Yeah, they
hits.
kind of baited it.
Crashes,
Fake
gets
the
ult
fast
baited out
hit,
as
get the
PRX
Sova ult
reset.
out of them. That's 1 down.
Cushioning for you. Device one away from an ult of his own now. Slower tempo.
Does create
Even the ult
question
just
mark?
thrown
Okay,
into a
I'm pretty
Jing.
sure Bosta heard
Obfuscating
it.
the intent, but bodies are now.
They're trying to create enough pressure here
That's
to like
supposed
keep
draw
them over
bodies
towards
away from
side
the
right so they
outside,
can
make
get the
it
A
easier
hit
for
going.
PRX, but there's still a
Viper
pit here.
ult goes
There's still a
out.
lockdown.
Yeah, it's a lockdown for
And this
lockdown
will
here
force
in
him
this
away
spot.
from it, but he could get back in there.
Alpha's
He
ready.
also... Bosta has been changing his ult up over
Next
towards
level
heaven. He
to all
does have a
this.
cubby that he can stick
Hunter's
in the whole
Fury gonna
time.
be committed. It's
My
gonna be breaking
goodness,
that
this is
portion of it. This has to be
mayhem.
respected now. Fnatic, they've offloaded everything to try and stay into this round, but the pit's going to be going
No
down.
way, something
The
goes super
crashes
aggro on this
out
one,
into
gets
the
the kill.
open.
Patman on
Bosta
the
beefed it.
luck.
That pit, you're
Just
supposed to
missed
get
his good
back
timing.
inside, and he
Turret
got
picks him up.
detained.
And PRX not slowing down, still that res, brings Crashy back into the fold, back into the fray. Watch the lie up through mid, PRX, eager though, looking to see if they can topple Fnatic before they stand and get a grip onto this
Jing.
retake. Pressing
Jing.
forwards, shoulder
It's
to
one
shoulder
hell of a
discipline.
play from
It's out
Jing.
So far, but Fnatic need it now in spades.
My
Jing,
goodness, it was so
the
sick
extra
from him.
element. Drifting into the side here, doubled up, and the rifles are ringing.
No way, man. 5 chances all gone.
PRX
God, that
grab
was
a fifth
so
round in a row
bold
to
by
take us
Jing.
into OT. Felt like an inevitability on Sunset, to be honest with you, but here on Icebox, Fnatic take a timeout and it goes straight back in their face. PRX dial up the tempo, something on a high ground. Jing deep in heaven.
Yeah, and they just
Getting
didn't think he
into
was
aggressive
going to
positions,
W key forward after
unexpected
getting the kill.
spots. And even though
They
Alpha
thought he was
Yet
going to
dealt
fall
with the
back.
lurk,
They
there
basically
were
just
too
forgot
many
about him.
threats. The stress on both sides. And again, a reminder that when you look at the map pool, it feels a bit like a must win for
Something gets the
Fnatic.
op out, no armor.
Next one is their permaban.
Scanning ahead.
Smoke on the corner, something. Glass cannon operator. Opted into heavy defensive setup here by PRX. Fnatic again, you're going to see that caution played by them. Tiptoeing around, a bit tepid, but trying to dissect the map. Thrown overhead, spots out the jet.
Yeah, spotting Kayak there gives you some decent information. An idea that it might well be ending A, so you can keep these 4 players.
Dude, look at
The trust
this.
they have in Patman.
They leave all
just
a
to
B.
hold down B if their read is wrong. But it's not at all. Forsaken
Drone goes
with
in.
exactly the right idea of what's happening here.
Clears. There's everywhere close.
Bosta calling
And they
for a
see
little
the
bit more
smoke.
pressure over towards B and PRX.
Yeah, I'm looking at the spike. They're
They
going
want
over towards
info.
the
They
right
wanna
side.
step
But I will
up a
say the
little.
PRX double swing and clear this angle.
Does Bosta sniff this out? He's calling for Fnatic to reposition.
With the one way that goes down,
These
surely they
splits,
don't keep the 4-person
And
stack.
this is going to put
dude,
Pac-Man's
Fnatic
head on a
owned it.
swivel.
Yeah.
And maybe Pac-Man's head
The
on a
only
spike.
person to say the only person to save Paper X is Pac-Man.
Turning up the heat. 25 seconds left. Down to the wire. Pac-Man still has a
He
snake
still
bite
has a
trying to
molly.
buy some space. Shot darts in your face. Walls up. Same with the orbs. Paper starting to get a bit of a read on this one here, but again, Pac-Man needs to try and deny. He steps forward. Blind as anything. He does
Yeah, I
not
mean,
know
where
what's
is
going
he?
on. Paper X trying to even it out. Kayak with the peak, but the part needs to go down. With no issues further. Crashies commits. They're getting into the spot now. Fnatic putting a squeeze onto these Paper X players. They're going to try and clear this guy out.
Ooh.
Kayak, he's done. Finished.
And they
Paranoia
saw him
on
top of sight.
Jing,
No,
the
he's so close. He sees the
This side of
TP.
Chronicle may
Ah, it's a great
be.
round from Chronicle.
But this guy will not be denied.
Big
Something
1v1.
still there though, swinging wide.
No armor.
The operator
jumps on the other
switched
side of the
around,
wall.
weaponry now with a rifle. Time starting to tick in a 1v1. Crashies, tepid, approach, and it works best for him.
This is I mean, it was a good go at it, Paper X. It was good calling from Boaster. Went over towards the weak site, got really close. I mean, they got the plant down on 6 seconds.
It felt like Forsaken exactly knew what was happening, but
That looked so funny from that
time
POV.
ticked, the more that Boaster
Oh
realized
man, Jing
and
really went for a
sniffed
play
out
there.
that
Him
snap
staying alive,
on
creating the
A.
pressure of the smoke in the after plant here. Could have been
Legendary
nice.
in that top nest position. And Fnatic once more have an opportunity
Or
to
in
close.
with the defuse at least, sorry.
Forwards, Kayak. Trying to fill in this space here. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it's the
good
fast play.
disrespect
Recon
match
at the
there.
back,
Boaster
but they know
is
about the
trying to stop
recon,
them
right?
here, but he's isolated onto the corner.
Oh.
Caught out wide.
Kayak pushes
Kayak's
forwards.
still there though.
Jing's
This guy
above
is
him.
eager to just try and
Oh,
play into the
dude.
mechanics.
And Drone
Paper
saw
X
Chronicle on
not
sight.
stopping.
And then
The
Pac-Man.
feed is filled
Pac-Man
with
kills
red
Alpha.
and blood being spilt out onto the site.
You would
Tricky
have to see a
task
madness
indeed
for
for
Chronicle and
Fnatic.
Crashies to win this.
Walls up
Yeah.
and everyone is falling slowly but surely. Chronicle, last one left. 5 bullets left and a swing from Divide. All the confidence in the world.
Paper X have figured out exactly what is working on these attack sites. It definitely feels like they're the team that's closer to being able to close this out, to be honest with you. Despite the fact that Fnatic had so many map points to be able to work with, this looks like Paper X is to lose because their attacks, the fast, aggressive approach is just barreling through Fnatic. Something, again, that falls on
Timeout.
the operator and Fnatic.
Again, in the overtime,
They've got an
coaches
extra
each get a
timeout to
timeout.
use
Brand
once
new.
things go to OT, and
Brand
they're
new
going to use
timeout
it
to
fairly
use.
early on. 13-13. And Milan wants input. Every player, by the way, on Fnatic, over 20 kills apart from Boaster, who's only got 7. That's a little bit rough.
Struggling to put up the numbers.
At the same time, though, it does show you that the other 4 players are all having very good performances.
Yeah.
Because all 4 of them have had huge rounds, big moments. And Boaster's calling has still been finding impact, even if his rifle
The
is.
team with the most chaotic 20 seconds.
Fnatic are
the
leading on
most
here.
the team
be
with
honest,
the
Brent, I think
most
you look at the
chaotic
other side of
last
things,
20
the
seconds.
player
Yeah,
at the
pretty
bottom of the
much.
scoreboard
That
there
was
is
the
something.
example as well, right?
And if he can find
0-20, they
one
went over
round,
towards site to
just
plant.
one,
First
with
20
the
seconds,
defensive
they
off,
took over towards front B.
that will right
That was the
all
round
of the
to
wrongs of
summarize
what
it.
he's
You're
been up
right.
to in this map.
So that's
Because
exactly
Paper
what we
X
saw in
already got the game
overtime.
plan for the attack side, it's working. If he can find a big operator round here, he could well put his team up to a maybe insurmountable lead.
Something gets the op back out again, and yeah, that'll do.
Fnatic.
And it makes a lot of sense though, right? Pathing from Kayak's been
Breathe a little
top of
bit.
this. Having a molly that pushes them off so they can actually get out of heaven looks nice. We've definitely been talking about
was
like
playing for that
how
pretty
to hold
heavily.
A site a little bit
In
more,
regulation.
because
Less
they
important,
weren't easily
arguably,
getting
here in
over
overtime,
towards
because
site.
everybody starts 3 away.
We saw the first jump spot.
Don't know if you noticed that Nana Swarm as well that was put down on top Jenny from Divide. That's where Kayak's been pathing to almost every time. So they've got a very
Alarm
specific
bot goes
counter
off
plan here.
Omen Flash insta
Look at
swing.
Jing holding that paranoia as well. They know
And
exactly what they want to
Jing
do
can
to
TP
counter
out of
this
there if they
Fnatic
do
A
spot
hit.
him.
Primed. Ready to pounce here.
It does feel like these timeouts have been helping Alex and Paper
You
X
gotta
more
move.
than Fnatic.
Drone's broken. Deep control towards B.
Going over
And
towards
posture by
middle.
Fnatic is put
I wonder how
to
much
an
the
end.
jump spot saw.
And now, eyes set over towards A.
Alarm bot.
Face,
But he was
alarm
throwing a
bot.
smoke, so he missed his
Gone,
timing with the
Chico
Omen
with a
flash.
man. Oh, yeah!
Oh, it actually ended up
my
being
goodness.
way better
It
because
worked
they committed a
perfectly.
little bit
The game
further.
plan, absolute perfection.
Cut them to shreds, and Fnatic now left
Huge kill.
for options.
There's the op value as well. Divide tucked onto a position that's really tough to clear.
And Kayak is going to try and win that final bullets left.
Oh, what happened there?
Mid-animation boaster, the captain himself. He's going to right the wrongs of the round, but on top of the ropes. The pure
Oh, Kayak, no, not like that.
PRX.
And that was the round that they needed. Every attack round has been going well for them. They won the last 5 in a row to close out regulation. It's been pacey. It's been
No,
fast.
he clicked reload midway
W game in,
through.
and the train
21.
keeps on trucking. Let's see if Fnatic have an answer, because all of the pressure is now on them.
Oh, yeah.
That's a horrible one.
On their attack side,
That's a horrible time for a
PRX are
misclick.
sending it.
Revealing area.
Grouped up, deep dark, paranoia. They're making it feel like it's that fast B pressure.
Damn, this recon's cool, man.
Kayak is taking liberties, taking
Bounces off the top,
risks.
goes back
Him
at yellow to
versus
clear back at
Divide.
yellow.
Finds it.
Kayak,
That's
yeah,
huge
dude,
info as well.
he's,
See Divide on this
he
side of
doesn't
the
want to
map.
lose
You
off
know,
of
at
the
least that they're
reload
defaulting.
rounds.
You don't know for sure that they're coming back
Goes
over
super
towards
aggro.
A,
It's a great
but
fast
you know
kill
it's
from
not
him.
that fast B hit. And look how
Takes
quickly Alpha
takes down all the
just
pressure
takes
as well
all
for the
of this
flank,
space on
right?
B.
So if they do want to push, I'm looking at Alpha.
Bit of
Doable.
information going to be given up here. The rest of his team and
Oh
attempt
my, that
to
was
punish with a jump spot. Boaster.
kind of close.
Big
Dude,
balls when
Alpha's
he's
going
looking
for it
for.
I
early.
mean, what a decision from Forsaken to
Alpha.
try to fake.
Yeah, he's creeping
I mean, in a
through the back there,
4v5,
he
you're
knows
not going to
there.
expect
Patman
this.
fully anticipated. Bodies out wide to the open. Patman just
But
sidesteps it.
do they...
Alternating with the movement, but tucked behind Dice. Forsaken is creeping forward. Off of that contact, Kayak. When is your time to strike? Deep dart, dash active, wall up into your face. Throw into the corner, clears him out though. We'll have to use it to disengage.
Chronicle can step in to cover that though. PRX still, even with all 3 players here, have got a difficult task.
3v4 wars down as well, out to the open. Jing! He's dropped.
30 seconds
The
left.
Fnatic have found it. They're footing the foundation. A safety net now, all the pressure's on Patman. 1v3, 20 seconds left. Taps it, looking for a kill, looking for a cheap fight. Again, he's
Nice
not
from
going to be
Crashies.
giving it. Snake bite, all the options reduced to ruin.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that happens here is, like, after this kill on the
I
flanker,
respect
they kind
the
of got to
balls
cut
go for a
sound, or
fake
at
there.
least Patman has to go back and take space.
If it had worked,
Like,
we'd be
if you looked at the
calling
minimap
Forsaken
here,
a genius.
it's a 3-1 for Fnatic, and they had no
But
idea about the
actually,
rest of the
he just
map.
deviated
But they
away
just,
from
like,
the game
committed
plan
too
that's
much
been
towards
working
A
for
that they just want to try force
the pace,
it.
the aggression, Fnatic did not have an answer for it. And instead in this round, maybe overcooking
But again,
things
it's such a
slightly.
high-pressure
Went to make
situation,
that
it's
fast
just
pressure,
so hard
played
to
into the kind of tempo that Boaster's super happy
to
to
think
call
about the right
against.
thing.
Immediately, Kayak realized
Okay,
it was
we go
fake.
again.
Alpha
Something gets the
got
op out,
quick on the
similar
flank, and
bite.
now we're back to even.
14. Up overhead with the util.
Something still going for the operator. Every round on
Recon
defense
over
has been trying
towards
to make it
A,
work.
clears
Did find a little bit of
close.
value with it over towards B.
And the same alarm bot,
They've got to be watching out for this
same
paranoia
alarm
again.
bot to scare them with the Omen flash
It worked so
setup
well
that they did
for
last
Jim,
time.
But he's not really in a spot to use it now.
Cheeky with the positioning.
It looks to me like they're trying to fake that it's only Alpha here on A. You know, he's the player that's getting up, getting forwards.
Lost man with the dart. It's going to be a drone. Fnatic. Faking like they're taking B control. Looking to see if they can pull bodies to make A a little bit weaker. Soften it
Yeah,
up for
they
the
don't show the
takedown.
op
I
though.
mean, that's nice.
And
takes
Patman might get
contact,
back to
which
the angle in
disguises
time.
where the operator is.
Obviously, someone could have
So it
taken
could
the
still
timing
be
over
on A.
towards here, so might have to have someone
PRX are losing
watch his left.
control. Not a hard anchor it now, but they're seeing signs of life and hearing it on top of it. Nano swarms, detted. All up in your face to delay.
Do they
Fnatic.
play to flood? Do they play to defend and deny the spike?
Dude, Device
Divide
us
is
out
hard, committed,
on an
hard
island.
committed. He's seeing just a body. He's peeking over towards the top of this row. And we're seeing it now. Paranoia is forwards again. There's a wall into your face. Fnatic have access to what?
That's bold.
Insane! Is that by Jing? Fnatic! Vice grip now over towards the site. And it scraps on the floor that Patman has to pick up and make something from it. Damage done, bullets raining through, but right from the side.
That's a great play from Chronicle.
Never denied. Something here, operator in
Yeah,
hand,
I mean,
but
it's
this is just
just not
dire.
doable.
Oscillating the momentum of this map.
Oh.
Happening round by round. Picks up the rifle, but you got one hell of a task and no clearance again. Time's ticking. It's all against it. Crashes knows it.
Big round from Chronicle.
Yeah, Jing went
but
for
also
the
a
Omen
wild
flash
play from
TP
Jing.
play.
We saw the value we got from the Paranoia in the previous round. This time, tries to send it again. Throws that out. Goes for the TP.
It's so late after he's
that is some nutcase
thrown his
behaviour.
flash as well. It's so funny.
You see, it did land onto Crashies, but just there's way too many people around there. Again,
Holy
respect.
shit, bro. Holy shit, that's size, bro.
Respect for going for the play, but keeping things simple might have had PRX already close out the map at this point. And a couple of rounds ago, it felt like they were completely in control. Now it does not.
Now it's flipped. 180.
Thing is, though, PRX, again, could just go back to playing those fast attack sides. And
Yeah, he's not wrong.
We've yet to see Fnatic
The problem is
demonstrate
they haven't done their
answer. There's
fast
been
A
no
yet.
evidence that they
And
actually
that's
can deal with
maybe
that
what they
pace.
go for, and they definitely do have a fast A because we've
But
seen
the
it with
more that
Jing
you
doing the double TP.
have to battle against their map points, the more you start to overthink things. And this map, if it
Damn,
ends
that's a
up
nice
being
drawing.
important later on, will be a difficult mental barrier to overcome for PRX if they lose control here. They did such a good job getting to overtime,
Okay.
denying 5 map points.
Kayak, it's his turn to get the op out. And honestly, on the buy rounds, he was having good impact with this.
One more round is all they need to seal up Icebox.
Oh, they go for the
towards
Sage
level
Wall
here in the
play,
best of 5 grand
right?
finals.
Sage Wall on top of the wall.
Fnatic's job
Yeah,
is to deny,
and
keep that
I'm looking at
trophy
Forsaken.
out of
He's in a
reach.
pause to get owned by this.
Early. It's an operator in his hands. Wall up and over. You don't anticipate this one. It's a classic play.
Oh, he's on top of it. He's on top of
Play.
it.
You're trying to use those walls against
Yeah.
PRX.
For people that just think it's complete
Born in
madness, it does cover
molded
up
by
the
that
tube as
play.
well. So
Beautiful anticipation from Forsaken. Now, the wall does still block Patman off. And Alpha, he's pushed up.
Alpha, you are so hard committed here, but he just spots it onto the drone as well. And my God,
that is
man,
one
does he deliver?
hell of a play
Taken out
from
eventually.
Alpha
But he's brought it into a 3v3.
on a Killjoy.
You're in the footsteps, the rumble, Patman, there's a timing to be taken.
Yeah,
and he
Killjoy goes down.
grasps
That means
it
turret
immediately,
goes down.
jumps on a chance.
Keep
And
an eye on
this
both. They're
isolates
fast on the
Crashies.
flank.
Crashies would have to be
Crashies
a
has
hero
to somehow
for
kill
Fnatic to
one.
get this across the line.
Put towards the back of the box.
And Patman doesn't take the pathing, so
Walking forwards here, there's a wall
There's a
into their
chance.
faces. It's a game on those timings. Again, Crashies. Surely not long for the world.
Patman.
And there it is, Patman from behind. PRX not done yet.
Planted.
A round where Fnatic tried to pull out a cutesy play. And it leaves the caller in a 1v3.
Damn, dude, go again on this. It was great luck from Patman.
15-15.
Yeah, it's just one, like Alpha makes the right play. It's just the fact that his agent's so pivotal that his turret's
Neither
down.
team can get a proper advantage over the other and get a grip on this. They're bringing out
Good
tactics.
comms. Whoever was close and heard the wall there, that was great
probably
comms.
haven't tried in
Insta look
quite
up.
some
I don't know if he had the updraft or something as well.
Both teams have got depth,
One enemy remaining.
but things get scrappy the deeper you get.
You are insane.
All compliments.
Thanks.
Back up on their
Wait,
feet
Alpha
here,
now gets the op.
15-15.
Well, PRX fighting aggro.
Aggro as anything. Kayak though. One shot to the dome. Jing is
Something.
gone. Wants a little bit more with that dash active.
Oh,
It's gonna
boy.
be used on either side.
Smoke?
Something just
No?
needs to try and
Oh,
escape.
Jesus, man.
Got the safety net of Forsaken watching over the shoulder.
Still,
And
Still
Fnatic
nice
back
for
up,
Fnatic, though. Good
anticipate
early
some
pick
level
from
of
them.
aggression elsewhere around the map. Alpha almost got an opportunity to pick off Patman in mid with that attack op. And Patman is not going to go for it again. PRX are anticipating a re-hit here, and that does look like the idea here.
Just cautious for now though.
And Fnatic always with these opportunities to pivot back
So,
to Boaster.
Fnatic,
Boaster's
question
done
mark,
a very good
created,
job in
over
this map
towards A
of just
main.
applying options,
Recon
giving
goes
himself
out.
options to work with.
Clears all of this. They
His
lock
is the more
one here.
passive role,
One can hold
Just
heaven, and
making
they can
sure
get that
nobody
early
pushes out of
rotate
B,
over
and
towards
once
B
again,
with the
Patman
turret
has
watching
asked to do
middle.
so much.
On a knife's edge
Patman,
here.
maybe from the confidence of Forsaken, after the last rounds. I feel like he's going to go for a play, but you never know. Wall goes out. Chronicle goes top of wall, though. Oh, he fell up.
Surely it's going to be watchful spam happening, occurring, popping up on towards the top.
Yeah, I knew he was going to go for a play after the confidence, the confidence boost.
Spike planted. Best scenario you could really hope for if you're Fnatic in this spot here. Again, Alpha, shoulder, peeking
Okay.
out. Taken out.
Big duel for something
Down
on this
against the
one.
back. primed,
Wait.
ready, and finally let loose.
Wait,
with
they're
the
not looking
slow
for him.
one. You see that 3-2-1
Wait.
with a swing. Timing to be taken. Something's on the flank. Already ripping his way all the way past. Needs to be taken out. Something.
Whoa.
He's found
bullets.
it. Dash back already. But the time is ticking away.
2 bullets.
And 2 bullets, 2 players, not enough.
That's unlucky. Ooh,
get it all
that got a
done.
little scary though. No one was expecting the flank. A little
Fnatic
little
again
later
with
than
a
they thought
really
on this one.
solid round to put themselves up once more. So many
great first kill from
opportunities
Kayak.
to close this.
An insane shot from him again.
The timing that Patman tries to take, he was rewarded for it previously. This time though, not focusing on the planter, seeing if he could catch a player that was looking to defend and fail.
Hello, Yampy. Hello. How are we
Forsaken
doing, mate?
pulls out the Odin to try
Nothing
to
big yet,
deny
Yampy, actually.
the
I was going to do it after this map, but it's been a long one.
Second guessing it.
Yeah, decides not to go for it in the end.
Down again. Jing TP's forwards. This is it. Fnatic trying to lock in, trying to step up to that
Another
task
entry from him.
that's ahead of them here.
Great first kill.
And there's the
And
player
they might
that's
have
been
baited
driving
in
the train
crashes, but he
forwards.
doesn't want to
The
give
entry
away a
power
kill.
is coming from Jing
Something
in all of these
pushes
fast
forwards
attack
heavy.
rounds.
Do they still
Now
expect him up
something
here,
has to
though?
step up an entry. Dash already popped.
Kayak's still here.
Something walking below. I think they expected him to move. Yeah, he did.
1 bullet to the chest is all it takes for Fnatic. They can feel it. Energy here on their sides. 3v5, it's all contact called for here by PRX. They're hoping there's an overextension. Never in a million years though. Fnatic are always going to be disciplined. Snakebite up and over. Dodged and juked down towards the back to buy. He's to land these shots. There's no freebies handed to him.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chronicle with Sage Wall.
They're always expecting PRX to be the ones making the play. The time is going
Just
to be
waiting for
ticking here
fuel
for
on the
Fnatic, though.
Viper
They've
wall.
got to go at some
Hello,
point.
double face up towards the top. Patman reveals his hand with a snakebite drop down on top of it, and this is
It's
it.
sick
Fnatic
round from Kayak on this one.
never denied it.
I mean, we got a great map on that.
Hard
We
going
got a
all
great
the way
map.
through, but they have made
It was close.
even.
It was close.
So many opportunities to close this one out, and finally Fnatic managed to grab one of them.